I just found a pattern on Sirius XM's chart that suggests huge upside potential from here. Let's jump in. What's up everyone, I'm Brad. Welcome to the Money Dad channel. In this video we're talking Sirius XM stock chart, but in general we like to talk stocks, stock market, personal finance, a little bit of Bitcoin on this channel. So if any of that interests you, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you can join the family, join the community, keep seeing videos like this because I got a lot more to put out. So stick around. Let's jump into the Sirius XM chart. So I got it pulled up. Let's take a look. So here we are talking about a reverse head and shoulders pattern. That's the first one I saw. But reverse head and shoulder patterns also can have what looks like a cup and handle pattern playing out in the same time frame as well. So I'm going to show you both of those because they could both play out pretty similarly actually. So a reverse head and shoulders pattern is a reversal pattern actually. So it reverses the trend that was happening before the chart pattern takes place. So we have a bear trend. So on this chart we have, in March the pandemic hit, this huge downturn, kind of get this uptrend a little bit, and then we start trickling down a little bit some more. So overall this kind of looks like an overall bear trend that's starting to reverse, right? You got this downward action. It's very choppy, right? Huge swings, but overall heading down. And right here, it looks like, hey, maybe we're starting to turn things around. That's because on this chart pattern, that's right where we start to see the reversal action. So let me show you the pattern now. Okay, so the head and shoulders that I'm looking at is right here. The shoulders on this one are tiny, admittedly tiny. But you've got this, there's a shoulder, your head, shoulder, and then you take off, retrace back to the neckline, and shoot up. It suggests huge gain potential. And you can actually figure out what that gain is going to be based on the depth of the head on this chart pattern. So if we erase all this, we get something a little bit more concrete. We'll do a neckline like that. And now let's trace from our head up to the neckline. We get about $1.02. If we retrace back to the neckline, say around here, you measure $1.02 up from here, and you get a $6.95 price target on this pattern. Now we could just go up from here and hit that actually, but this pattern suggests that we are going to retrace back to the neckline and then continue higher from there. So we're currently at 652. If this chart pattern plays out, we are going to retrace all the way back down to that $6 range, maybe $5.90 range, and then head back up to the $6.95, $7 range. That's if this chart plays out perfectly, which, I mean, it does more often than not. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't always happen, right? So that is the reverse head and shoulders pattern. It has upside potential, pretty big upside potential actually. I mean, we're talking about 40 cents from here, so pretty good earnings. But if you retrace back to that neckline and then you go up $1 from there, you're talking about going from $6 a share to $7 a share. That's a pretty big gain right there. The chart is saying 17%, so pretty big upside potential there. Now let's look at the other pattern that I was saying can look very similar to a reverse head and shoulders, and that is the cup and handle. So what I'm talking about there is a cup and handle actually plays out on a bull trend chart. So if you think Sirius XM is in a bull trend since the March lows, because it's trending higher, it's choppy, but it's trending higher since March, then this would be the chart pattern that makes sense for a bull trend. A cup and handle is a continuation pattern in a bull market, right? So you got your bull trend going, you have your upward trajectory before the cup, and then you start your cup, you come back up to the lid where you started, and then what we haven't done yet is make a handle. So you come back down about halfway down the cup, and then you shoot to the upside. The distance of the upside is again measured by the depth of the cup. So on this particular chart, it's kind of hard to measure out that exact depth of that cup because you got this little trough here that's kind of shaking up this bowl. But if we just go based off of that, you can make your lid right here real quick, and then you can measure, let's say $1.24. Now it's going to be wherever we hit our handle at. So if we just assume right there, and that handle, you know, it can vary. Sometimes it doesn't go that deep. Sometimes it goes a little deeper. But if we just go right there, we say $1.24. Then we've got $7.28 potential on SiriusXM. So, and that's also suggesting that we're going to retrace a good little bit from here. So both of these charts suggest that we're going to retrace a little bit from here and then blast off to the upside. And we actually saw this this exact thing play out on Bitcoin. If you follow cryptocurrency at all, I know it's a different asset class, but this exact chart pattern played out on Bitcoin over the last, I think it was about the last year or so. So let's check that out. I have to pull back pretty far to show you guys this one. So yeah, going all the way back to July of 2019. So okay, you can see you have your bull trend coming up and then a giant bull for your cup, retrace just a little bit, and then blast off to the upside. This just happened in Bitcoin. And also, right, that's your cup and handle, but you've also got a reverse head and shoulders, right? So a cup and handle and a reverse head and shoulders can look similar on charts. It happens all the time, actually. This just played out pretty perfectly on Bitcoin, and I have some videos on my channel talking about actually this chart playing out on Bitcoin. I've been calling this chart to play out on Bitcoin for months now, so very happy that that worked out. And now it looks like it's playing out on, let's go back to Sirius. Where are you? Oh, Siri. In a shorter time frame, it looks like, you know, it does look like it's starting to play out a little bit on SiriusXM. So, and to a lesser extent too, the gains aren't as big on this one, but still pretty solid gains. I mean, you know, I don't scoff at 17% ever. So, looks like there is some money to be made here. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. Chart patterns are not 100%. They never are, but you play the odds. These things happen more often than not. They have been proven to happen more often than not through historical data. Hundreds of thousands of charts analyzed. The numbers show that, and especially a reverse head and shoulders pattern actually plays out at a pretty good percentage. So pretty good odds here on this one. I like my chances. Upside potential for SiriusXM. That's all I got for this video. If you guys liked it, got some value out of it, thought it was entertaining, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, leave a comment down below. I will see you there and in the next video. Thanks, guys.